Well, good afternoon, Sagittarius. This has been a really weird time for me because of all of the energy was kind of intense. And so I just was like, just feeling like sleeping, Sag. It's been real hard for me to get it together. So, but as usual, this is getting ready for your week ahead. If you're new here, this is a Sagittarius channel, Sage Muse, and welcome. But of course, anyone is welcome. If you feel like you connect with this reading or you're interested in the Sagittarius or whatevs, you could have we all have Sagittarius, okay, because we are all 12 signs. So we have all 12 signs. That being said, my name is Heidi and I'm a Sagittarius, Sun and Moon. I'm very Sagittarius, so I feel y'all. So let's see. Let's get to it. So there's a lot of information in this reading. So usually the reading I do on Friday, which is the weekend reading, and the reading I do on Sunday is getting ready for the week ahead. It's kind of giving you an overall heads up of what may be going on, and all during the week we do specifics, including some fun readings like what's the tea? Because we're Sagittarians. We can be light too. Everything's not that serious, right? And as always, energy is always changing and everyone has free will. And that's what we seriously need to understand is that even, in watching readings like this is in the energy, but what people do with that energy is really up to them. Am I right or am I right? But Sag, I'm telling you, we're good. Happy Pluto in Aquarius. I'm literally so excited about this. So much so that I was feeling this symbol today, and it's going to look really weird to some of y'all. But first of all, the triangle represents, it does represent protection, but also psychic energy, right? It's a very good symbol. The triangle is a very good symbol to meditate with when you're trying to activate your intuition. And it's a real weird how this whole thing came to me. But in the middle, the big dot there is source. It is like this, you know, all things, right? And it really was representing unity to me, and how we're moving forward. And that is that we're always connected and we're always going our own way at the same time. And I just kept hearing love, faith, unity. We'll always come back to this. And I was really feeling the number 4, which is very much about that, right? And the dots are for protection. And I felt that it was usually in these things, we surround a closed circle because that is protection. That is protecting what's inside, right? But I was feeling like there needed to be a little bit of space in the circle, you know? So I don't know if that will mean anything to anyone, but that was what I was feeling this morning. And so, Pluto in Aquarius is about humanity. It's about what's good for everyone, right? No more, me first or, all for me energy, which Sagittarius actually is very much about community. Even though we are, tend to be pretty introverted, and it really sits in terms of, being different. So we have this feeling often like we don't belong in spaces, but you belong wherever you are. Keep that in mind. Remember, you are the opportunity, Sagittarius, and you belong and you lighten up any room you walk into. So, that being said, I am going to start at the end of some readings, introducing something fun and intuitive exercise, and even that may even lie in like a pick a card kind of thing. So, I will timestamp that when I do it, and no one's, you're not obligated. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. So what was interesting is that things are changing, Sag, in a really happy way. Okay. because underneath the deck, I know you can't see that, so I'll put it here, was upswing. Just the feeling things are about to get so good, right? And flip side. So honestly, Sagittarius, you're starting to really sink into your optimism. You know, you're starting to, it could be that you get some sort of sign in that way, you know, where like something good happens and it makes everything seem that way, right? But I feel like you're just looking at things different. You're looking at the bright side. You know, you're seeing happiness also from a different perspective, because that's the sun. That's about vibrancy and happiness and enlightenment. You know, I just feel, and it's so funny because we have the sun and the moon here. And so let me just say how amazing that is. You're going to be feeling like things are getting better. And even though you may not have it, you know, within your 3D space, you just have a sense of it. And really that does change things. That is how we manifest, y'all. So I do feel like you're going to be seeing things way differently. And, you know, to some people I've had to say in the past about half cup full or half cup empty. So you know who you are and you'll resonate with that. So what could help you this week actually was very interesting. And that is you may be going back to or thinking about engaging in some sort of exercise that you used to do in the past, because past life is connection is here. It could be something that you did with someone, um, but you're going to find that that really helps you. And yes, does it help Sagittarius? Hell yeah. You know why? Because we have a lot of energy. We like that is like the best way for Sagittarius to kind of release energy, right? Because of the sacral chakra. So I feel like if you're not considering this, maybe you should. Maybe you should. And some energies that are affecting your week. Now there's one card I can't show you because it has too much nakedness on it and YouTube's like some kind of way. But you know, we're seeing 8th house energy here, but it's with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is all about expansion and even receiving. And I feel like you may receive some unexpected money. I'll do. You may receive some unexpected money. There's also a lot going on in terms of communication, where you're having to, because it's also sitting with 7th house energy, right? So this is 3rd house energy and 7th house energy, right? And in Libra, which, you know, is Libra moon energy, but about balance. Libra is always about balance. And so, you know, you might have to like, I'm not saying cave in any way, but just be more fluid in your conversations, be more open to hearing the other side in order to bring balance in relationships, right? You might have to be of this energy where you bend, you know, and so, you know, maybe it's like not all your, I just feel like you're needing possibly to see other people's point of view, even when you feel weighed down by what they're saying. If you look at this, it's kind of like you don't necessarily agree with what they're saying, but you're recognizing their point of view for the sake of balance, you know, because you don't actually want to cut these people off. You want things to be peaceful. You want things to be good. And sometimes, and I am seeing that because I'm seeing a little bit of judgment in your energy. And so, you know, I'm not saying that we are judgmental, but we can be. Y'all, you know, give in on that. So it's really interesting because I do feel like you're seeing happiness in a different way. Now, the Page of Cups is here under the deck with the sun. The first thing I was hearing with that actually was you were going to be receiving some messages, perhaps, that makes you really happy. Okay. So there could be that. And I just feel, Sag, like this is a different way of being for you seeing happiness in a different way, for opening up to that, because there's so much here about different perspective. I'm so surprised that like the Hangman didn't come out. And it didn't, because I feel like we've traveled that energy. We've learned in 2023, we were seriously learning how to surrender. You know, we were, and at times that was really difficult. Am I right, Sag? I probably am. So, and I feel like you're working hard on this because your energy is the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles, this could also for some have to do with health. It just came to me, overcoming some sort of health problem, which we saw in the past. But I feel like you're working hard on yourself. Eight of Pentacles, for me, yes, it's effort, it's hard work. It's learning, you're learning new ways though and it does feel that like learning new ways to be happy, and also learning, because this time is all about the collective, right? But that doesn't mean like you do everything for everyone else. Because Aries is in the nodes, we're learning the balance there. We're learning to give to ourselves first and also do what's good for everyone, right? In very creative ways. And I'm seeing the creative energy. I really am Sagittarius. And, I did really see us move through this energy of not, of kind of pulling it back in terms of how we help others, helping ourselves first. And that's the most important thing. It's not that you stop helping people. It's just that you help yourself first. You do not sacrifice yourself. Like I have said over and over, like even when I'm praying, which I do every night, is that I am no longer here to fall on the sword. I'm not, y'all. So some details that you need to be aware of is the Three of Cups and the Ace of Swords. There could be getting together with people. The Three of Cups is celebratory, right? You could be getting together with someone for an honest conversation where they relay some good news to you. Because there's cause for celebration here, right? And I will tell you that except for the challenge, all of the cards were super, super positive. And so you should know that the tide is turning, okay? The tide is turning. Your focus is, like I've been preaching about risk for Sagittarius lately, the need for us to take more risks. And it's hard. It's where your challenge is sitting. And it's very interesting that it's hard because Sagittarius, we are like the risk takers, period. Someone can say, oh, let's go jump here. And you're like, oh, okay, right? That's how we used to be. We're kind of not that way anymore. And so, but you are focused on taking more chances, on opening up to more, and the universe is supporting that, Sagittarius. Like they're supporting that because with the Ace of Cups, they're saying, that's what the universe wants you to support them. Maybe that's about self-love for you, but, they're telling you to fill up your cup. They're telling you to be open to emotional experiences, to things that make you happy. And it just feels to me like they're supporting this energy for you. I really, really feel it. And I hope I'm getting the point across that everything here is so amazing. Okay. It's like, I don't know, like there was a switch flipped and all of a sudden you see things much better. And we're going to find with Pluto doing this that everything gets better. our relationships get better, you know, and if you have strong cardinal placements, um, from what I saw somewhere else, we're ending a really tough 15-year cycle, specifically in relationships. And so, yeah, so the challenge, Sag, you know, so you may be really trying something new. You may be, you know, you may be taking a risk, you may be moving. And what you need to know about this full energy is whatever this new journey is for you, Sag, it's supported. It is supported. My goodness. So, the challenge. Fear. Okay? The moon. You're still in Queen of Swords energy. And that may mean that you need to work on being open. Like, the moon is kind of illusion and fear and emotions, right? And it's okay now, Sag, to come out of the Queen of Swords energy. We had to be in the Queen of Swords energy for a while. And that was, you know, because make it make sense. You know what I mean? And probably the need to even be tougher, to really exercise your logical judgment. But with judgment being here, and it's kind of waking you up to the fact that you don't need to do it anymore. Okay? You don't need to be so much on your guard. You don't have to know how things are going to turn out before you try them, because that's an element of fear. And so you always have to be careful. Like, we do need a certain amount of logic, but it's about knowing when, you know, that's blocking your intuition, because that's what you're supposed to take away with the Queen of Swords. You know, using your intuition to make sense of things, but not to stop you, Sag. So hopefully you're finding the balance in that. And I feel like you're starting to realize it. You may be starting to realize that in some ways you might be, you know, I don't want to say blockage, but you don't always need to know how it's going to turn out to be the Fool, you know, to be the Fool. And so, yeah. On the bottom is interesting, Sag, because the Nine of Cups, you clearly chose yourself in a situation that you didn't trust, okay, with the Knight of Cups here. And it's very interesting. This may be specific to some people, because the World is here, meaning you definitely are ending a cycle in terms of karmic relationships, right? And because here's the universe. You had to learn this lesson, and maybe the universe, God, whatever, is telling you that, you know, you can let that go now. It's not going to continue. It, you know, so you also have to allow for good love to come in, right? That also speaks to the Page of Cups. Don't, like, if someone comes to you and they're kind of flirting or trying to start conversation, don't look to mistrust based on past experience. Because you've learned this lesson, Sag. You've learned to choose yourself. And you don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay, Sag. So we're going to take a little bit of a look here, Sagittarius, at people affecting your week. You know, these may be situations you run into people. And then we're going to take a brief look at your relationships. We'll look at your family and friends, meaning your circle. And then we'll look briefly at romance, but we're not going to focus too much time on it. We're just going to, get a little peek see and then see what actions you need to take this week. So, very interesting and this feels very Page of Cups, although it is the Virgin, so possibly a Virgo, but I feel like someone is showing up, and this is someone that you helped, okay? That you were very supportive to. They're showing up for you. They've learned a big lesson in regards to their wounds. So this definitely was a very wounded person. And they're showing up with an open heart. And it really is drawing my attention to the Page of Cups. I don't feel like this is a past partner necessarily. But it's almost like you helped them, right? You were supportive to them. And it's paying forward because this person now is using their wounds to help other people. I find that fascinating, Sagittarius. Yeah, like you showed this person, maybe in a harsh way, who knows? But you pointed out to this person that their victim mentality, their woe is me mentality was actually could be blocking relationships for them, blocking their heart. And they are actually doing something with it. So good for you, Sag. Good for you. So let's see, Sag. I think that's beautiful. That doesn't mean a past person coming back, although obviously it's a past person. There was no romance in it whatsoever. I feel like they're just telling you, perhaps. Even if they're not telling you, it's something for you to know that you impacted someone. And that's beautiful. Oh, I just got to chill, y'all. Okay, so let's take a look at relationships. First, we'll look at family, friends. I don't usually include coworkers in this, but it's whoever you surround yourself with, Sag. This has to do with your circle. We'll see what may be going on, and then what may be going on for you in romance. What's going on with family and friends for Sagittarius? Family and friends this week. Ooh. Uh-oh. Family and friends. Looks like you're finding a secret out. Or just that someone isn't as real as they like to appear. Something's being outed. Social events. I feel like there may be a conversation. This could be at an event or a get-together, or, you could just even run into someone. They're giving you information about someone. I would guess this is someone close to you. What is this fake death? I feel like this might be someone who, someone's not doing well, but they may be making you think that they are. You know how that goes we ask people how they're doing and they don't tell us when they're not doing well or when they need help or whatever. I feel as if you find out that someone isn't doing quite so well as you thought, and they do actually need help. Wowza. Okay. All right, let's move on and see if there's anything brewing in romance this week. Anything brewing in romance? Is there any romance for Sagittarius this week? Any romance for Sagittarius? Any romance for Sagittarius? Ooh, Sag. There could be someone coming toward you, okay? And this person is aggressive. And I feel like you're attracted to them, but also resisting it, because I feel like the aggressiveness bothers you. Anything else about this? And I can completely see that, because I feel like I feel like Sagittarius doesn't necessarily resolve or respond well to aggressive people. And I feel like this person definitely tries to move too quickly, right? Yeah, you don't trust them. And I feel like they want to move right into something. Could be something passionate or affectionate or romance, you know. And I feel like you're resisting it. There's something about this person for you that says they're way too aggressive and way too much in a rush. You feel like they're hiding something. Oh, there. Yeah, it's like they move too fast, which is never a good thing for Sagittarius. We actually don't. Okay, we like to get to know somebody first. And I don't know, they show up as a Romeo. You may be concerned that this person is a player, definitely. I don't know, there's just something about this person that rubs you wrong. And I feel like it has to do with their, maybe even a rush towards intimacy that you don't trust. Okay, well, make of that what you will, Sagittarius. Okay, let's finish this off with a mindful message. What does Sagittarius need to keep in mind this week? Oh, wait, I said I was going to do actions. Okay, what actions does Sagittarius need to take this week? What actions does Sagittarius need to take this week, Spirit? What actions does Sagittarius need to take this week? Well, you definitely don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. Five of Wands is reversed, which is good. You know, that could be coming out of conflict with people, not trying to make them, you're no longer interested in making people see your point of view. If you're not with me, you're not with me. Two of Pentacles and the Nine of, it's exactly that, right? because you know what? You're not going to bother with anything petty because you don't have time. Two of Pentacles, I got too much to do. I don't have time to do that. Too involved in doing what's best for me. Three of Wands. So it's basically telling you if anyone brings this energy to you, you know, you're just not going to even engage in it. I'm just not even. You don't feel the need to tell this person the truth or these people. You're just going to keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay. So what's the mindful message this week? Oh. Okay, Sag. Coming my way, unique opportunities align with my desires, present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. In this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires and intuition, joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. Wow, it's also Sagittarius. So, you know, do some law of assumption. I am living my dream life right now. Okay, Sagittarius. So that's what I have for you. And I hope that we have a great week. Toodles.